Itachi stood there in the forest away from town. Kisame appeared behind him, looking back towards where they came only once. Then, turning to Itachi, he spoke. "What was that about?" "What was what about?" he asked with a touch more venom than intended. "That. You froze. The Nine Tails was in the palm of your hand and you froze. What happened?" "Nothing happened." "Something happened," Kisame said. "That twerp said something about having the Sharingan of your kid brother. Did you freeze because of that?" Itachi looked back at Kisame, his glare warning his partner to be careful where he treaded next with his words. Kisame remained resolute as he spoke. "Sad that you didn't get the chance to finish him off on your own. Get those Sharingan for yourself?" "Those belonged to me," he said, lying through his teeth to give cover to the outburst he was soon to have. "They belonged to me, and Sasuke was mine to kill, no one else's." What was there left for Itachi anymore? What was there left for his life? What meaning did he have? Did any of it have meaning? There was no purpose, no reason to have borne this pain. He sooner would have died with his clan than suffer this. Now it was too late. Sasuke died without ever knowing the truth, and while Itachi had always hoped to carry this with him to the grave, it was now true that he was the last Uchiha. The bloodline of the Uchiha had died out, and would only be remembered in the Sharingan-less Fuma Clan, and what a shame it was. Itachi was furious. Welcome to the Amagi. Only 25% of our viewers are subscribed, so if you're a fan of the video, please like and double check if you are subscribed. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Naruto had been gone for nearly 3 years. During that time, he trained with Jiraiya to better control the Nine Tails within him. This became far easier now that Naruto possessed a Mangekyo Sharingan. With this copy wheel eye, he could better control the Nine Tails by forcing his will upon it. This wasn't Naruto's preferred method, but it would definitely help him out when the Nine Tails wouldn't cooperate, which technically was all the time now that he knew it could just demand its help and force it with his eye. Kurama told him it reminded him too much of Madara, but there was nothing more Naruto could do. He had to do it. If the Nine Tails wouldn't heed his word, then he would have to force his hand. With this training done, Naruto managed to return to Konoha. Ever since leaving, he'd been sending letters back and forth with Sakura, keeping up with her, reading stories she would tell about Kakashi and her training under Tsunade. She told him about how she learned CPR via fish, and how Tsunade was teaching Sakura how to be buff. Naruto laughed more than once and replied that she should be careful not to lose her girlish figure, to which Sakura mentioned she planned to develop it a bit more. Yeah, that old flame that she had when Naruto left. That confession of love, it still seemed to burn. The two of them were like little birds flying in tandem. Well, as in tandem as birds could fly through paper. This had been something that Jiraiya noticed while they were training. Naruto seemed to turn his eye away from any of the pinups he had through the house. He never touched any of the magazines, even when Jiraiya left them out in the open for a test. Naruto avoided women like the plague. And now, seeing that the letters were all labeled to Sakura, with the letter A at the end of her name being stylized as a heart, he knew why. Just like Minato in that way, he thought as he sent it off. The last letter would be sent through the mail just a few days before they decided to leave and head back to Konoha. And there, upon reaching the gate, they stepped through. The two who hadn't seen each other in nearly 3 years had drastically changed. Both being 15 now, they had burst through the wall of childhood into adolescence, and soon would reach adulthood. As their eyes met for the first time in years, there was confusion. Sakura stood there with her gaze turning to the side. Naruto, holding his pack over his shoulder, was the first to speak. "Sakura-cha?" he asked, his voice giving him away in a way that even his Sharingan couldn't. Sakura ran to him and hugged him. "Welcome home," she said. Naruto hugged her back as Kakashi moseyed into the scene, his hand raised. "Yo, Naruto, good to see you back. And look, you're not short anymore, you're almost normal height." "I had him eating his veggies," Jiraiya said. "Of course, I could do nothing with his ugly mug." As they came back toward the others, Kakashi was happy to see them together again, and the wonderful idea hatched that they should have a little sparring session, just to test how far both had come along in their training. To say Kakashi was surprised was the understatement of the century. Naruto's strength wasn't too much more than expected, considering he was already full of potential and training with the Sannin. But Sakura, on the other hand, completely shocked him, as her strength in the physical aspects completely surpassed all of what Naruto could do. Heck, her strength stats surpassed Kakashi's too. With his team's strength sufficiently tested, he decided to take them out to eat for a treat to say welcome home, which was nice, but all in all, it was obvious that the two of them wanted some alone time. Kakashi had heard from Sakura that she might have been falling for Naruto, but he thought it was just going to be some bounce back. He was surprised to see it keep going. Sakura developed a deep fondness for Naruto. Was it because he was handsome, or was it because he was kind and sweet to her? Perhaps it was because Naruto's Sharingan showed her that a piece of Sasuke was still alive inside of him. Maybe it was none of these things, and maybe it was all of them. Only Sakura knew why she would choose Naruto to bear what was left of her heart. But after they ate, Kakashi would pay the bill for them and give them their time together. Walking out to the nearby park, they chose a bench to sit down on. Only the distant lights to illuminate the area, as well as the rays of the moon. The sky was full of stars and their grip on each other's hands, the fingers clasping with an innocent love, their hearts pounding out of their chests.
"So, I take it your heart told you what you wanted while I was gone?" he asked.
She nodded. "I did as you asked. I considered that maybe I was being rash and trying anything I could to reclaim my life, and so I was very careful about it. I tried not to think about you for a while. I tried to think more about Sasuke. I still visit the monument on occasion." She tucked her hair behind her ears. "I never could stop loving Sasuke," she said. "I don't think I ever can. But at the same time, even with him gone, I still have a heart for you. I don't have much of it left, but what's left defiantly chooses to give itself away too. In some ways, I feel guilty," she said. "Why?" Naruto asks. "Because of my feelings. I don't know what's happening to me. Sasuke was my first love, but now I have you. And a part of me feels like I'm betraying his memory by replacing him. But then I feel guilty loving you. You need to know, Naruto, I still think about Sasuke. A lot. I cry when I think about him," she said as she wiped something invisible from her cheek. "A hidden tear. My heart still palpitates when I think of him. And because of that, I feel like I can never truly be worthy of you. How can I claim to love you and you alone when I have feelings for Sasuke too? And how can I feel like I'm doing right by Sasuke when I feel like I've replaced him?" "I see you really have been thinking about this a lot," Naruto said. "Am I wrong?" she asked. Naruto shook his head. "The sad truth is, or maybe a beautiful truth, is sometimes we have two loves in our life that we discover only after we lose the first," he said to her. "Sometimes we just zing twice. And that's not something to be ashamed of, Sakura. Love works strangely, but the fact that your heart can still love is a blessing. And even if Sasuke still lived in your heart, that's okay. I'll gladly share the space with him. I won't make you forget him. I won't make you give me your whole heart. The fact your heart wants me there as well is the greatest gift you could give me," he said. By this time, they were staring at each other, their faces drawing closer and closer until that moment that had been 3 years in the making. The moment their lips finally touched. The moment their hearts finally began to beat in sync. The moment that they both discovered their true love. Sakura's heart was on fire. Her heart ached for Sasuke, but burned for Naruto. And as they opened their eyes, she looked in and saw on her left Naruto's crystal blue, and in the right, Sasuke's fiery red eye. And in this moment, it almost felt as if Sasuke gave her his blessing, just as Naruto had. It was okay for her to love again, and she was pleased to love them both. A part of her may have been dead, but another part still lived, and with all the strength she had left, she gave what was left of her love to Naruto, hoping it would be enough. Naruto accepted this love from a shattered heart and promised to cultivate it and treat it right in hopes that the other parts of her heart may revive. Even if he must share with Sasuke, he was honored to. For to be loved by her in the way she loved Sasuke, it was more than he could ever ask. For the next few weeks, Naruto and Sakura spent a lot of time together, being the little lovebirds they were. So much so that it made Kakashi want to barf in his mask. But to be frank, it was better that two of his team members be in love than for his team to be depressed and destroyed like it would have been otherwise. In some ways, Kakashi thought about if Obito and Rin were the ones to survive, and if it were Kakashi who died, if this would be how they would have recovered as well. Despite their lovey-dovey relationship, Naruto and Sakura managed to actually be rather acceptable shinobi as well, able to set aside their feelings just long enough for them to do their missions. Coming back from those missions though, they were right back to business. At least, Sakura was. Naruto was a bit different. He would oftentimes return to his home, carrying a bunch of reports he took from the Hokage's office. Each of them was to locate a very particular someone. Who, you may ask? Well, I'm certain you know. As Naruto sat there looking over the files, he kept overhearing in his head the same voice speaking over and over and over again. "Don't let my dream die," it said. For a few moments, he was back on that bridge. Snapping back to reality, he read over the files, using his Sharingan to scan the information on them quickly. He was trying to find Itachi, but as of yet, the man had fallen off the face of the earth. Naruto was feeling frustrated. A part of him felt that vengeful murder wasn't something he could so easily do. Yes, there was justice, but between two men, justice and vigilantism became one and the same, and he questioned whether this were the right thing to do. But he knew the promise he made. The way the eye looked back at him when he looked in the mirror, it was as if Sasuke were here, watching, silently judging him. "Are you going to actually do it?" the simulacrum of Sasuke said inside Naruto's head. "Yes, I am." "It doesn't seem like it," Sasuke said. Naruto began to rub his temples. "Sasuke, I don't know if I have what it takes to hunt Itachi down and kill him in cold blood." "You promised, Naruto," Sasuke spoke. "When you took that eye, you swore an oath that you would kill Itachi. Don't back out of it now. This is what you trained for." "How do you know I'll be strong enough to win?" Naruto asked. "Because you have my Mangekyo Sharingan. You'll win." Naruto looked into the mirror again. Sasuke was no longer there. Frankly, Sasuke was never there, and Naruto knew it. At this moment, Naruto's very conscience was at war with itself. He knew he would have to fight and kill Itachi, but could he really do it? Was it within his power? When he met Sakura again, she noticed he was looking out the window in a melancholic way. "What's wrong?" she asked. "Nothing." "Don't nothing me, Naruto. You know the only way this can work is if we're honest with each other. Now no lies, no secrets. What's wrong?" He took a moment to think about it, drawing in a deep breath through his nose and letting it out in a sigh. "It's Itachi. I don't know how to find him, and even if I did, I don't know if I'd be able to kill him." "You don't have to," Sakura said. "I do. When Sasuke gave me this eye, he made me swear not to let his dream die. And his dream was to kill Itachi. If I don't kill Itachi, then I've let Sasuke down." Sakura looked down. "I loved Sasuke, but how can he ask you to do something like that? It was his dying wish, and it became my oath upon taking this eye. I cannot help but answer the call, even if I don't want to." As they walked around town, having finished their lunch, Sakura stayed close to Naruto. But before they could do anything more fun, a shinobi ran up. "Naruto, we just got reports that Itachi's moving. His ally, Kisame, is with him. Do you know where they're going?" he asked. The shinobi nodded. "Sources saying he's going here, to this village in Kusa. You can intercept him before he gets there if you're quick." Naruto took the map and ran home. Sakura followed behind. "Naruto," she shouted. "Sakura, I can't talk now. I need to get ready," he said. Grabbing his kunai holster, he strapped it to his leg and grabbed a belt that contained various scrolls and items in a pouch. "Naruto," she said. Naruto looked back. "What?" Sakura kissed him. Naruto was stunned. She fell into his arms trembling. "Sakura?" he asked. Looking up, she spoke. "Naruto, please don't do this. Let this go. I can't lose you too. When Sasuke died, he took a large piece of me with him. What was left of my heart I gave to you. If you die, I won't survive it again. Please, just stay here with me. I'll do anything. I'm begging you," she said, crying into his shoulder. Itachi had destroyed an entire clan all by himself, and Kisame had once been a member of the 7 ninja swordsmen of the mist. She knew Naruto was outmatched fighting just one of them, but fighting 2 was a death sentence. Sakura believed that if Naruto left the village to confront Itachi, he would never come home, and she was scared of that. Terrified, Naruto held her. "Sakura, I have to go. I made a promise, and I'm not going to break it. That's my ninja way." "What about me?" she asked. He pulled her back. "Listen, Sakura, I made a promise to Sasuke, and I intend to keep it because I am not a liar. And because I'm not a liar, I'm going to promise to you now, I'm going to come back. I will confront Itachi, just as Sasuke made me promise, and then I'll come back home, just as I promised you, okay? Do you trust me?" Sakura nodded. Naruto kissed her again. "Then let me go. I will come back." Sakura stepped back. "All right," she said. Naruto went to move past when her hand reached out to stop him. "Wait," she said. "Take this with you." She offered him a capsule filled with small pellets. "What are these?" he asked. "They're military ration pills. They'll restore your chakra and nourish you. They can keep you going for up to 3 days. Be back soon though, because 3 days after you take them, you'll crash." Naruto took them and fit them into his pack. "I'll be back before then," he said. And with that, Naruto left. Naruto raced through the tree lines for a few days. The distance was far, but the same was true for both. He met up with the nearby ninja who confirmed the location of Itachi and Kisame's camp. Naruto made his way in that direction. Looking down over the scene, he saw the two preparing to move out. Pulling out a military ration pill, he popped one and felt invigorated, filled with energy, like a sugar rush that would last for days. Pulling a kunai, he jumped down. Itachi! This drew the duo's attention. What's this? A bounty hunter come to claim a wanted criminal? Kisame asked. The moment Itachi saw Naruto's Sharingan, he knew. No, this one's something else. This is that Jinchuriki boy who stole my brother's eye. Oh, would you like to do the honors then? Kisame asked. Itachi scoffed. He means nothing to me now. Do with him as you will. Itachi stepped back to watch. Kisame looked back at Naruto. Unlucky. You'll have to fight me first before you get to your target. Looks like you'll never cross blades with the weasel back there. Naruto pushed his kunai before him, ready to battle. Kisame pulled Samehada and unwrapped it to show a quilled club-looking creature with a mouth. It was a legendary sword, but Naruto questioned if it could be called a sword at all. The two began to clash, their blades connecting and sparking off each other. Samehada craves to taste your chakra, Kisame said. It's been quite some time since it's tasted the energy of a tailed beast. Looks like it'll be hungry a little while longer, Naruto said. Pushing back, Kisame weaved hand signs with one hand. Water style. Water shark bomb jutsu, he shouted. Suddenly, he spit a large volume of water out at Naruto, which took the form of a shark. It jumped up out of the water below, attempting to devour him, but Naruto jumped from its snout, using it to vault into the air. His Mangekyo active, he focused on Kisame. Amaterasu, he shouted. Itachi recognized it. He cast the same jutsu. Amaterasu, Itachi shouted. Naruto and Itachi's two flames collided and canceled out. Naruto and Kisame both looked back at Itachi for a second, both seeming rather surprised and equally furious that he interfered. Itachi stepped back. Gratitude is a dead art, he said as he pressed against a tree. Naruto and Kisame's two blades collided, and as they did, they moved so quick that it required Itachi's Sharingan to see. You think you can do blades better than I? Kisame said with a light chuckle. Let's see how well you hold up when I turn up the pressure. Suddenly, Kisame's movements grew quicker and more powerful, forcing Naruto to retreat. As he retreated, he noticed that a slice of his jacket had been caught on the blade's quills. Looking down at his side, he saw his flank was exposed, a large cut across it, blood gushing out. The blade, Samehada, quivered in Kisame's hand. Oh, it's enjoying the taste of your chakra. And now there's blood in the water. Weaving hand signs, he speaks. Water style, super exploding water shockwave. He creates a massive expanse of water around him. Itachi flees to higher ground to continue watching. Naruto is caught up in the waves. Kisame then fuses with Samehada and weaves another set of hand signs. Water prison shark dance jutsu. Suddenly, the water comes back together, increasing its surface tension, turning it into a single orb with Kisame at the center. Naruto is caught within. Grasping at his throat, Naruto realizes that he can't escape no matter how hard he swims. Because the bubble moves with Kisame, so long as Kisame stays nearby, all he has to do is wait for Naruto to drown. What's the matter, little clownfish? Is your lucky fin too small to get you away from the big bad shark? Naruto suddenly is covered by his version 1 chakra cloak. This increases his power. Raising his hands, he forms 2 Rasengan which propel him backwards through the water. He begins to spam these Rasengan together, one right after the other to push him further away from Kisame. Despite Kisame trying, the Rasengan is pushing Naruto away faster than he can swim. Naruto manages to reach the edge of the bubble and gets a breath. He knows he'll be unable to escape this bubble so long as Kisame is after him. Looking at Kisame coming, Naruto begins to wonder how much like a shark Kisame actually is. Calling up everything he'd ever learned from Shark Week, he decides to pull a kunai and go on the offensive. He pushes his way down toward Kisame and proceeds to slap a Rasengan right into his nose. As Kisame is left disoriented by the shock to one of the most sensitive parts of his body, he's left unaware as Naruto immediately shoves that kunai right into his eye. Kisame yells as blood fills the water. Considering that Kisame rolled on his back, Naruto assumes that this isn't going to help stop Kisame. However, he knows one last important bit of information about sharks and fish in general. Despite being water breathers, they still need oxygen to live, just like anything else. Without it, they'll suffocate. That's why they have gills. The water passes through the gills and they collect the oxygen and send it into the vital parts of their bodies to keep them alive. Basically, the gills are to a fish what the lungs are to a human. And if Naruto knows anything, it's that the lungs are very sensitive and vulnerable to damage and bleeding. So the next thing Naruto does is attempt to stab Kisame multiple times in the gills, over and over again. Kisame cries out, unable to stop him. By the end of it, the water is nothing but a murky red as Kisame begins to float away unmoving. The water dissipates and drops Naruto to the ground like a tidal wave. When Naruto manages to get a hold of himself, Itachi is left standing there above him. Impressive. I didn't think anyone could do that. Kisame is a tough bastard, the only shinobi besides Pain that I feared. Naruto, getting back to his feet, raises his kunai to Itachi as his gaze rises to meet its trajectory. You're next, he says as he catches his breath. We'll see about that, Itachi says. And without another moment passing, Itachi launches into battle with Naruto. The two clash in the air, their Sharingan being the only thing letting them keep up with each other. Come on, show me that my brother didn't waste his Sharingan on someone too weak to use it. Naruto cast Amaterasu toward Itachi in retaliation to his antagonizing, but Itachi dodged it easily. Itachi cast it in return, but Naruto pushed it to the side. They clashed further. Naruto was still tired, and Itachi wasn't going to give him even a second to recover. Perhaps Itachi really was more scared of Naruto now than he was of Kisame. Or perhaps he simply overestimated Naruto's power. Whatever it was, Naruto was having a hard time keeping up. It only got worse the moment Itachi decided to pull out the big guns. Out of nowhere, Itachi summoned his Susanoo. Massive, crimson in color, the Susanoo began to attack at Naruto. Still using his version 1 cloak, Naruto attempted to cast Amaterasu on it, but the creature caught it with its mirror shield, amazingly extinguishing the flames. What is this thing? Naruto demanded to know. Itachi then spoke, both eyes bleeding profusely. This is Susanoo, and this will be your end. From there, the Susanoo began to strike at Naruto. It caught him off guard and began to pummel him. Naruto had no true defense against this, and as he rolled along the ground, he thought to himself how he was going to die here, and how he was going to fail Sasuke and break his promise to him. And then, he thought about Sakura. Itachi was making a liar of Naruto, and Naruto wouldn't have it. His head ached intensely. As if awakening to a call he made from pure determination, Naruto managed to stand, his Sharingan having evolved further still, this time into an as of yet unknown dojutsu, a Rinnegan. With this newfound power, Naruto not only felt new abilities whispered to him, but he also felt his control over the Nine Tails increase exponentially. There was now no limit to the power he could draw from it. Immediately, his body was covered in a golden flame. Itachi saw this and was astounded. Is this the true power of the Sharingan? Or is this the power of the Nine Tails? Naruto smiled. Both. And with that, he rushed at Itachi again, smashing through the Susanoo's defenses. Despite the fact that the Susanoo was designed to be an absolute defense, with enough power it was possible to break through. It only became easier when his attacks were laced with the power of the Predapath, which already absorbed chakra, which the Susanoo was made of. This made breaking through the Susanoo far easier. As Itachi hit the ground, he didn't even have the chance to sit up before Naruto appeared with a kunai and drove it into his chest. Itachi was surprised at first, before stepping back and falling to the ground. As he looked down, he saw the wound gushing. It was clear to him now, this boy was stronger even than Pain, and it wasn't even close. Looking up into Naruto's new Rinnegan, Itachi spoke. I guess Sasuke did choose right, he said. For the moment, Itachi just stared into the Rinnegan. In some ways, a lot of ways, he was pleased. Finally, the pain was over. The guilt would be gone, and Itachi could finally rest with his family and see them again. See his parents again. Sasuke. See Izumi again. Itachi died with a smile on his face. This haunting smile confused Naruto as he looked at it, but letting out a sigh, he let go of his chakra mode and stepped back. Stepping to a tree, he leaned against it, tired and wounded. I did it, Sasuke. I did it! Now all that was left was to get back to Konoha. With his level of injuries, it took him many a day to get there. There he found Sakura, waiting for him by the gate. Stepping into the village groggily, he smiled at her. Sakura, I'm home. Just like I promised. He collapsed to his knees where Sakura ran to catch him. Rushing him home, she laid him in bed and proceeded to tend to his wounds, healing them with great care, just as Lady Tsunade had taught her. Naruto was out for days, but never once did Sakura leave his side. And one day, as she slept beside his bed, she woke up to see him just staring at her. You're awake, she said groggily. Yes, I am, he said before his lips pressed against hers. After this, Naruto's Rinnegan was studied by Tsunade herself, who was quite amazed to find how well it allowed him to control the Nine Tails. She told him that he should explore its powers, telling him of the legends Jiraiya had always told her. saying whoever possessed a Rinnegan was destined to become a god of destruction or a god of creation. She would call Jiraiya back to the village to help Naruto train with it, especially since this wasn't the first time Jiraiya had seen the Rinnegan. This solidified Jiraiya's belief that Naruto was the child of prophecy. Together they trained, and through experimentation they discovered fullness of its powers, including the summoning of the Gedo statue. It was through this summoning that the Akatsuki became agitated, like a hornet's nest that was poked with a big stick. Their entire plan rested on their control over the Gedo statue, and when they realized someone else had the power to control it, the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki of all people, they launched a coordinated assault on the village with the sole purpose of killing Naruto. But this wouldn't be so easily done. Naruto not only had the Rinnegan, which came with greater chakra reserves, but also the tailed beast control through use of the outer path. Underestimating Naruto, they raided Konoha, but all they found was death. With the destruction of the Akatsuki, the threat they posed came to a close, and peace was restored. During that peace, Naruto and Sakura would both be married, and when they were, they gave birth to 2 children, Boruto and Sarada. And though troubles still existed in the world, they knew that together they could face them. So long as Naruto had the Rinnegan and his family, they felt as though they could handle anything. Whether they actually could or not, well, I guess that's another story. And that's where I'd like to end it. I hope you enjoyed revisiting this story as much as I did. While I know that it probably could never live up to the legendary status of the last one, I hope that this was at least entertaining to you. If it was, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you really enjoyed the video, consider hitting us with a like and a subscription. It's a small act from you, but it means the world to us. And here's some other videos from our channel that I can recommend. I know I loved these, and I bet you will too. Until next time, peace out. And you wouldn't want to miss more content from our channel now, would ya? I didn't think so. Anyway, just in case you're still hungry,